My husband Lou and I have lost over 150 pounds since January of 2024. My journey began with a very bad doctor's appointment and terrible blood work. I was desperate for a major change in my life. Lou came along for the ride and has been my biggest cheerleader, receiving many benefits himself, and has been completely on board with our Ketovore low-carb, good-fat lifestyle. Today I'm showing you many of the simple suppers we ate this week, including lasagna. Farm fresh eggs from our neighbor, Farmer Will, are a huge staple in our diet. This time of year, early spring, they are extra plentiful, and on this day I got 3 dozen beautiful fresh eggs from my girls. I put them in baskets and bowls all around the kitchen. It's beautiful, natural home decor. Now stay tuned to the end because I have another show and tell for you guys, something I never used before, but I'm looking forward to it. Yes, we eat a lot of beef. We love steak, burgers, and roasts. Right now we are getting them from Sam's Club and a local butcher shop. Recently at Sam's, we ran into a great deal on huge filet mignons. They needed to be sold in 2 days, so I picked 3-4 steak packages. Each were right around, listen to this, $25. That was gold. I couldn't wait to get these beauties home and cook them up. I always use my cast iron skillet for a wonderful sear and a tender, flavorful bite. Wait till you see how they slice up. Honestly, I wish I had a freezer full of them. Of course, every meal begins with my gut-friendly pre- and probiotic wonder food, sauerkraut. It's fresh, tangy, and crunchy right from the fridge. If you'd like to try making it, it's so easy. I'll have the link below to my easy sauerkraut tutorial. I let the steaks rest a while I cook up a few eggs in some organic butter. Most nights we do have a vegetable like broccoli or green beans or maybe some spaghetti squash, but tonight it's just steak and eggs. I cooked them sunny side up and they were so delicious. Eggs are such a great source of protein and vitamins. They are indeed a superfood all on their own. We don't eat them every day, but several times a week for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a snack. Now here's a new recipe for you. There's nothing that screams comfort food more than a traditional, creamy, cheesy, meaty lasagna. We are an Italian family, so I just had to find a way to create authentic Italian dishes. This is our favorite. Tonight, since it's just Lou and me, I'm making half the recipe. I begin with 4 Italian mild sausages. I simply cut them out of their casings, threw them in my copper pan, and just used my chopper and chopped them up real fine, kind of like ground beef. Then I added my favorite organic basil and tomato sauce. It's an Aldi brand. I get it all the time. It's fairly low in sugar and absolutely delicious. And yes, you can make your own wonderful, wonderful Italian sauce. I just caution you about using any additional added sugars. In a small bowl, I combine a whole fat ricotta cheese, 3 well scrambled eggs. I'm using up more of our eggs here. A good handful or so of some nice finely grated Parmesan cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano is king. If you can get that, and you can at Aldi, I always like to use that. And I sprinkle in some Italian seasonings right on the top, or right in there, and just mix them all up together. Now, here's the great part. Of course, I'm not using carb-laden pasta noodles, so the substitute here is brilliant. These are the Egg Life brand egg white wraps. They are light, they are fluffy, very different from using maybe a tortilla here. It's just not the same. They're very noodle-like. I cannot tell the difference. You could serve this lasagna for company and they'd never know it was low carb. They'd just think it was one of your Italian specialties. Just layer it up like you would any other lasagna. Lasagna is really very easy to make. It's simply a layered casserole. I always start with some sauce on the bottom of my pan. And now I'm going to add 2 wraps. No need to cut them up or anything, just 2 wraps. Use a little bit more meat sauce on top. Spread it all over so that you cover up those wraps so that they don't dry out. Then I add the ricotta mixture on top of that and smooth it, kind of like you're frosting a cake. Just cover it all. Then add some shredded mozzarella and some more Parmesan cheese. And I like to always put in a little bit more Italian seasonings. And then all you have to do is just repeat that same process. I usually only make 2 layers, and that's just right. I cover the top with the remaining ricotta mixture, some more Italian seasonings, a little bit of salt, and some Parmesan cheese. And I top the entire lasagna with the rest of the mozzarella cheese. Yes, this is real food, real, low-carb, wonderful, authentic Italian lasagna. I like to cover it and refrigerate before I bake it so that all those beautiful, beautiful flavors in there all come together. If you are doing a low-carb diet and you find yourself missing Italian foods, this lasagna might be exactly what you're looking for. I'm thinking next time I may try doing this as a Mexican lasagna with all the wonderful taco-style spices and changing up the cheese to cheddar, perhaps a little chopped lettuce and tomato on top when it's ready to serve, and add a dollop of sour cream. Being creative in the kitchen is key to staying satisfied while trying to lose weight and be successful. Lately, I've actually had our little brownie on a low-carb, good-fat diet as well. I'm making some ice cream, so I had some extra egg whites I cooked up for her, along with some pumpkin puree, some blueberries, and some beef stock. She loved it. 2 reasons why I'm making ice cream. One of our sweet little grandsons is visiting us, Micah, and he loves it. 2, I'm creating a new recipe. I'll tell you about that in a second. Lasagna is going in the oven at 350 till hot and bubbly, around 35 minutes. Make sure that you don't overcook it. As soon as it's slightly golden brown, take it out, let it sit for a few minutes before you cut into it. I added a new ingredient today to my chocolate ice cream recipe, which I'll list my ice cream tutorial below for you. It's simply the best. I'm adding a half a cup of ricotta cheese.
All right. You want to try it? What do you think? Is it good? Oh my. That is so good, isn't it? All right. Michael says it's good.
This was our lunch one day. We skipped breakfast, had a light lunch, and a light supper. We generally eat 2 times a day and often just one meal. We don't eat after supper, usually around 5-ish. Strawberries and cottage cheese with a little allulose to sweeten. That's my favorite sweetener. Some cinnamon helps to lower your sugar. And some crunchy pecans on top. It is a fabulous little breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack. Yeah, the addition of the protein from the cottage cheese and a small amount from the pecans. You could also use walnuts if you wanted to. Berries are your best choice for a low-carb lifestyle because they are low in carbs. Try strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. Organic is always best because these small fruits are sprayed very heavily. If you'd like to try some allulose to sweeten, it's below in my Amazon store. Now here's another new recipe for you. A simple but highly nutritious and delicious crust-free quiche. A simple egg, ham, and cheese pie. Of course, you can add anything you like, anything that may be sitting in your refrigerator right now. I had some ham I sliced up and some provolone as well. I whipped up 5 eggs, added a splash of cream, a pinch of salt, and some garlic and onion powder. I also added a teaspoon of pesto and a couple teaspoons of sour cream. Now, if you had some leftover ricotta, this would be a great place to put it. Just toss everything in and give it a good stir. I heated up some butter and made sure that the bottom of the pan and the sides of the pans were all covered in the butter, just so I made sure that that egg would come out very nicely. Then I poured it into the cast iron pan, and I just made sure that the meat in there and the cheese was all evenly dispersed around, so everybody got a bite of everything. I sprinkled the top with some shredded mozzarella and then a little bit more of those Italian seasonings. I placed it in a 350-degree oven for approximately 45 to maybe 50 minutes till I wanted it to be firm. I don't want it to be jiggly. I want to make sure the eggs are baked, but you don't want to overbake it. It's not good if you overbake it, so keep a good eye on it. It was light and fluffy and just delicious. A side of bacon or some sausage would be wonderful as well. Notice what you don't see here: potatoes, rice, or bread. Those things are not part of what we eat on our Ketovore diet, and we don't even miss it. All right, here's a show and tell. I decided this year I'm going faux flowers. For 38 years, I've bought flowers and planted them only to be disappointed. I don't have a green thumb, I guess. So I did some research and found these wonderful faux, realistic flowers and ferns that we're going to hang on our front porch. Let me know if you'd like to see how I use them around our farmhouse. I'm loving them already. Thanks for joining me, and welcome to my new subscribers. I'll see you soon right here at Super at 60's Farmhouse in the Forest. Bye now, and Lord bless.